Bridging the Gap has been around for about 10 years. We work with grade 4 inner city students, so it's a curriculum-based program, and what we do is we take these kids who aren't necessarily exposed to this environmental stuff, and we give them an opportunity to experience environmental habitats, green habitats, wildlife right in the city, and then also so we introduce them to that whole notion of life cycles. We grow butterfly gardens and prairie habitat gardens, as well as vegetable gardens and fruit shrubs sometimes. They tell us, you know, they hear the leaves rustling, they hear frogs, they hear birds, you know, and getting them into that kind of calm state of mind as well. The gardening component of our program, we grow vegetables, we do pickling, we make salads with the food that we harvest. So we're, you know, teaching them the importance of eating healthy. It's stuff that they don't necessarily get to experience in their everyday lives. Something that, you know, a lot of people, including myself, don't always get to experience in their everyday lives.
Well, I think I probably could date all of this to 1979. That was the year I first took a course in wetlands at Delta Marsh. I discovered that I loved it, and therefore I changed all my plans. I had decided I was going to go into to be a water scientist. So I've since then spent the last, 36 years or so doing all kinds of things relating to water. So over the years, we've done all kinds of studies looking at how these three factors, invasive species, pollution, and altered hydrology have affected wetlands. And it's absolutely remarkable, the transformation that has occurred. We're seeing now a marsh that we probably haven't seen in 50 years or more. Marsh is recovering, and this is encouraging that we can try to recover marshes elsewhere around the province too. Something that was completely unexpected, and we would only have seen this if we had done this experiment in a natural ecosystem with all of the plants and animals there.
Winiskatan, it does mean wake up or rise up in Cree Ojibwe language. The Winiskatan Hydro Alliance has been around for about 3 years. We've been meeting since 2014 as an alliance, which is made up of 22 First Nation and Métis communities, researchers and students from 8 universities in Canada and the US, as well as different social justice and environmental NGOs. Priorities that have been addressed include the flooding and erosion, species changes in species populations that have happened in the communities that are affected by hydro. So we have started to develop projects and research that starts to look at how we can address those issues, and also education to tell people what's going on, because a lot of people in the South don't know about the impacts that are happening in the North.
Target Zero is sort of the lens that we look at through everything at the Forks. So it basically we're trying to achieve, you know, like zero water, zero gas, zero. We're trying to reduce our footprint as much as we can. You know, here we have almost 4 million visitors a year coming to the Forks, so we're trying to reduce that impact from all the visitors coming here through the way that we run our own operations. You know, it's a historic building. There's only so much we can do to improve the envelope on it. We had to find another way to do things, and we retrofitted the building to work on geothermal. That's got to be our largest contribution to reducing our greenhouse gas, and then also reducing our utility bill. You know, the Fork is almost like a little city within the city, and that we can show that these initiatives that we're doing make economic sense as well as environmental sense. So there's a real benefit to both.
Over the years, we've helped to improve the understanding of eagles and also to help restore eagle populations. We now have the longest running study of a stable raptor population anywhere in the world. I have been involved with monitoring and banding wildlife, particularly bald eagles, for more than 50 years. And for the last 23 years, I've moved my passion for the environment into the political arena to do what I could there. When I was a member of Parliament in Ottawa, I was chosen to be the Secretary of State for Science, Research and Development. And I was very active in promoting the information highway and internet access. I've been involved in a number of areas, in particular, for example, the effort to save the experimental lakes area, to improve the health of Lake Winnipeg, to pay attention to orphan mine sites where there's big tailings pollution, to get attention to climate change, and when I was the federal minister in particular, to promoting environmental industries as part of the solution to environmental problems.
First off, really the goal of the programs is to try to reduce the energy consumption here in the province of Manitoba. Since we've launched our lighting program back in 2014, we've rebated 1.4 million LED light bulbs, which equates to approximately 50 gigawatt hours of annual electricity savings. So basically what that means is that's enough electricity to power all of the homes in the city of Selkirk for 1 year. LED light bulbs or light-emitting diode bulbs are really they're the most efficient light bulb you can buy now on the market, so they use approximately 80% less electricity than standard incandescent light bulbs and also last up to 25 times longer, so you don't really have to replace light bulbs anymore. By choosing the energy efficient alternative, we're also helping customers save on their electricity and gas bills, and of course that's also helping to reduce greenhouse gases here in the province. In addition to the energy savings and bill savings that customers are getting, we're also able to divert a tremendous amount of waste from landfills because customers don't have to replace their incandescent light bulbs on an annual basis because they've just installed an energy efficient LED which lasts up to 25 years.
The Prairie Climate Centre is a collaboration between the University of Winnipeg and the International Institute for Sustainable Development. The University of Winnipeg brings to the table the science and the communication, and IISD through Dr. Hank Venema, the Director of Planning for the Prairie Climate Centre, brings in the policy. The Prairie Climate Centre has been around for a couple of years now, and our mission is to let everybody know across the Prairie provinces about how important climate change is for them and their future.
Well, in the past year, we launched the Prairie Climate Atlas, and the Prairie Climate Atlas is a very innovative tool that takes all of the information that the Prairie Climate Centre is developing. We're mapping climate change impacts, we're showing it geographically. We created an online tool where people can go to the internet and they can drill down and say, oh, this is how climate change is actually going to affect my rural municipality or the city that I live in. The challenges that we're about to face are absolutely unprecedented. The response, it needs to be equally unprecedented.
Climate change is real, it's here, people need to know about it.